Hello folks, it's good to see you. Thank you to everyone that's come across from the other channel. So, we're going to get straight into it. I want to talk about this bike and bring you up to speed on where I am with it, because obviously I've been doing a fair bit of work on it. It's still in the mock-up phase, of course, but I just want to bring us all onto the same page so that we can make a fresh start with the videos and you can follow along with the rest of it. I'll just go through everything that I've changed. I'll throw a quick photo up now of how it used to look. A little bit of history about this bike quickly. I didn't just buy this to do the job. I've had this bike since I was 18. I actually got it for my 18th birthday. It cost, it was about 350 quid. And I've had it all these years, not too far off 28 now. So nearly 10 years I've had this bike. I've got many good memories on it, and it's served me well over the time. I've scraped it through its MOT plenty of times, and yeah, I was going to put this through an MOT again. It needed steering bearings, so I changed them, and it was going to need a new rear tyre. So I went to buy that, and then I thought about it, and I was like, what's the point? You know, spending money on it, putting it through an MOT. I'll probably ride it a few times, and then it'll come back in here and go rotten again for another year. There's no real point selling it because, you know, in its standard form, it's worth bugger all, realistically. No one ever really liked these bikes. They never got good reviews. They are a bit random, to be fair. It did originally come with a belt drive, which was pretty crap, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So, yeah, I looked at it and I thought, well, seeing as I've done the bobber, why not give it a go? See if I can transform this bike into something that I'm proud to ride. So that's where this idea's come from. I think I'm going for kind of a Café Racer sort of look, but I didn't just want to do. So many people build cafe bikes. If you don't know what that is, just give it a quick Google, type Café Racer, and it'll, you know, you'll see the sort of style. The whole point of the Café Racer, same with the bobber, the whole philosophy behind these kind of bikes is always hand built. You know, built yourself. You've got a bike, you've modified it, and you do it all yourself for cheap. That was always the sort of heart and soul of this side of the biking world. So I'm trying to stick to that and not, you know, go mad with expensive parts and stuff. Try and use what I've got. I have had to buy a couple of parts, but it's only, yeah, I've had to order a new headlight and things like that. But yeah, I didn't want to. A lot of people do these very similar. You know, it's the normal sort of cut the back end off, cut the frame, buy a little crappy seat off eBay, and that's it, job done. Call it a Café Racer. I didn't really want to do that. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it myself. You know, I want to create something to be proud of, not just a quick cut and shut job. So I'm trying to do that. I'm sure it's not going to be to everyone's taste, but it's an experiment, really. This whole bike building thing is quite new to me. I've never really done it before on this kind of level. So I'm enjoying the learning experience. Right, I'll give you a little walkthrough and show you what I've changed. Right, we've spun around. I'm just going to run through this as quick as I can, so I don't get boring. Basically, from the top, everything's gone. Clocks are gone, ignition barrel's gone, headlight, front cowling, all gone. Handlebars, I've flipped them over. So these used to be up here. Say it's in the mock-up phase at the minute, so I need to obviously check that everything's safe and all of that. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Mudguard, I'm not sure what I'm doing with it yet. I do like the look of it with it off, but we'll see. Maybe I'll end up trimming that one down. I don't know. That's pretty much it for there. Engine, or the centre part, so I've removed all of this area here. So in there you had the airbox, battery and all of that, because I really like the sort of open area here. I think that's a nice touch, especially when I've restored all the shock and everything and you can see it properly. So plan for the battery, I'm actually going to get a lithium battery. I've ordered it, it's only 30 quid, tiny little thing. I'm going to put it in this hump. That's a new one for me, I didn't even know they existed for bikes, so it's going to be a bit of an experiment. But lithium battery, obviously you can orient it whichever way you need because there's no acid in it. So hopefully I'll be able to tuck it away somewhere and then it will have the illusion of not having a battery. As for the lack of airbox, I'm just going to be putting 2 cone filters on the carbs there, so that should look pretty smart. The exhaust, this was modified anyway from standard, but this was out here, same thing, but I just cut it down, shortened it. I've started cleaning it up. I'm going to get rid of this chrome because I don't like it. It's going to be more of a brushed metal look. The downpipes, I'll probably be wrapping them, same as I did with the bobber. Finishing it there and then having the silencer. I think, not 100% sure on that yet. And obviously the hanger here, this was the NAF standard foot peg business. The rear pegs came up right out here. But I like this. I thought this looks quite quirky. So I decided to keep it. I've just shortened it down for now, so it still works as the hanger. So that's that. As for the top, that's probably where the most drastic changes come in so far. Obviously the back end used to be way out here. Cut all that off. I've cut the seat in half. That's the bit that came out of it. Fastened that back together, cut the foam, put it back on, glued it on, recovered it. This isn't the final covering, this is the underlayer that I'm going to use. This is just non-slip, but that's all fastened on for now. And I think I'm going to be going with a dark brown leather, not the same tan that I put on the bobber, but a darker one. So that's going to be dark brown, and then I think the entire bike is going black. I do like the standard red, but it's damaged in places. I've always hated the wheels, so they're going black for sure. But I'm thinking gloss black on the whole thing, and then obviously repaint everything. I think it will look really smart. See, the back end is a hell of a lot cleaner than it used to be, but I've not figured out exactly what the plan is there yet, but I'll get there. I love this rear cowling. I think it looks brilliant. I just got to figure out how to make it work. I did a chain conversion on it a few years ago, so got rid of the standard belt drive, which is this guy here. I pulled this out, that's the front, because I was considering putting this back on. I don't know if it'd look, you know, quirky with a big ass belt drive on there, but I don't know. I'm having a job actually finding a replacement belt. So, depending on the cost of the belt, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. We'll see about that. The other rear hanger there, obviously that came all the way out here as well, but that's now chopped down, streamlined. Like I say, this is just, you know, I've got to sandblast everything. I think that's what I'm going to try and do. So, yeah, that's about it. Obviously made these little side infills to accommodate for the new position of the bodywork. But yeah, there you go. That's a sort of basic overview of where I'm at with the build already, just so that we're, you know, at the same stage. So now when I start doing things, you know that obviously I've already done quite a lot of work. But I am really liking actually how this is coming out. For years, this back end is what sold it for me. This cowling, I love it. I think it's such a nice shape. So I've always had my eye on it. I've always thought about doing this, but I've never really had the confidence to just do it. But since doing the Virago, I came in the garage one day and I was just like, got the grinder out, done. And here we are. So yeah, there you go. That's just a little catch-up video, if you like. Now I can bring you along for the rest of it. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next video.